All right, guys, I got a new video for you all today. I know this is not the usual setting you're accustomed to seeing me in, where I'm out on the golf course hacking it around while providing world-class instruction. Today's going to be a little bit different. This is a video I've been wanting to shoot for quite some time now. And I thought, what better day to do this on than Kobe Day, 8/24. That's right, Kobe Bean Bryant. Most of you know Kobe wore two different numbers throughout his NBA career. First half, he wore number 8. Second half, he wore number 24. Since his tragic passing in 2020, August 24th has become known as Kobe Day by all of his fans across the world. It also happens to be the day after Kobe's birthday, August 23rd. Kobe would have been 48 years old yesterday. I'm 48 years old. I grew up watching Kobe. He was my guy. Although we have two wildly different career paths. Back in 1996, I was graduating high school, heading off to college before I become a career banker who makes crappy golf videos and shares them on TikTok and Facebook. Kobe, back in 1996, was finishing high school and heading straight to the NBA for a remarkable 20-year run as a professional basketball player. But rest in peace, Kobe Bean Bryant. Now back to the topic at hand here. Today's video is, as I mentioned earlier, is going to be a little bit different. It's something else that I'm equally passionate about as golf. I'm just as passionate about as I am the game of golf, and that is sports card collecting. I've collected ever since I was a little boy, many of you probably have done throughout the years. Take a few years off here and there, kind of lose interest, go right back to it a few years later. But right now, I can't get enough of it. I find myself looking on eBay, looking at stuff all the time. The market is absolutely on fire right now. We haven't quite reached COVID levels yet, but it looks like we're headed in that direction. And what I'm going to do today, the topic of today's video, is I have gone in and I've dug out my 25 most valuable cards in my personal collection. They're not necessarily my favorite cards. I guess they are to some degree, but I have many other cards that are near and dear to me that I can go back and tell you stories on how I acquired them, when, where, how much I paid for them at the time. So they're not necessarily my favorites, but strictly based on a value standpoint, these are the top 25 cards in my collection currently. So without further ado, let's get after it. All right, guys, before we dive right into the top 25, I wanted to throw out a couple of honorable mentions here. 4 of my Shohei Ohtani rookie cards you see here. They just missed the list, but I do feel like they could potentially make the list if I do send them in for grading. But that really all hinges on PSA. As we know, PSA is currently not accepting bulk order. They halted their bulk order service back in early June. You used to be able to send them in for $25 a card with a club membership. Now it is $80 per card for their regular service with a 5 to 6 month turnaround. I'm not interested in sending in anything that I have in my collection at $80 a pop. It's going to take a much larger card for me to consider that. So considering PSA graded 2.5 million cards in July, a record for them, even after shutting down the bulk submissions, who knows? This may be the new standard. But hopefully one day we'll be able to submit again for a reasonable price. We'll just have to wait and see on that. Now let's get into the top 25. All right, kicking things off at number 25 on the list is this 1995 medal Michael Jordan in a PSA 8. No one is on fire like Mike right now. Nobody throughout the hobby. His market is unreal currently. Some of his stuff's 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times what it was just several months ago. It is crazy, and there doesn't seem to be an end in sight. I have this card valued currently at $135. This card 6 months ago you could pick up for $30. Unbelievable. Moving right along to the number 24 spot here. And oddly enough, the only football card to make my top 25 is this 1998 Bowman Randy Moss rookie card in a Gem Mint 10. This card I have valued at $145 based on recent sales. Next, we're going back to the man himself, and this is one of two cards in my top 25 that is ungraded. This is the first of two. This is the 1988 Fleer All-Star Michael Jordan, and this card, even in the shape it's in, you can tell it is badly off-centered, top to bottom, real thick on the bottom, and there's also a little fish eye there on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that or not, but a couple soft corners up top as well. Left to right, it's not as bad, a little thick on the left, but even in this condition, I would say this card could probably has a chance at grading at a PSA 5, and even raw copies of this card have been going for upwards of $150. PSA 5s are going for around $200. So MJ once again in the 23 spot. Moving right along to the 22 spot is the man of the hour himself. This is the first appearance by Kobe in this top 25 list. And as you guessed it, the majority of this list is Kobe Bryant. You will see him appear more than anyone else. But this is his 1996 SP in a PSA 9. This card is currently valued at $150. Up next in the 21 spot, we have this card here. This card back during COVID was on fire. Mike Trout, all of his stuff was, and he's had a solid year this year, relatively injured, relatively healthy, has managed to stay off the DL for most of the year, and his stuff is making a pretty decent comeback. This card here is currently selling at around $155 based on current auctions. Coming right back at you once again in the number 20 spot is Mike Trout, and this is his 2011 Finest, and also in a Mint 9. This card here valued at around $160 based on recent sales. Breaking into the top 20 now. Kobe Bryant once again. 1996 Topps rookie card in a PSA 8. This card is valued at $160 based on recent sales. Up next in the number 18 spot, we're going to Tim Duncan. 1997 Topps rookie card in a Gem Mint 10. This card, based on recent sales, is valued at $175. Once again, another Kobe Bryant for you. This is his 1996 Ultra Encore in a PSA 9. This card is currently selling for around $185. Can you guess who's next? If you said Kobe, you're a winner. And this one here is similar to the last one, but as you can see, this is the gold medallion edition in the 1996 Ultra Encore set. This one is in a near mint 8 PSA graded case. This one, oddly enough, is actually valued a little more, being the gold medallion. This one is currently selling for around $200 based on recent auctions. Up next is the 1996 Fleer Kobe Bryant rookie card in a PSA 9. This card also is currently valued at around $200 based on recent sales. You guessed it. Coming in at number 14, another Kobe Bryant rookie card. This one, the 1996 Bowman's Best PSA 9 copy. This card is currently selling for around $280 based on recent sales. All right, story time for this next card coming at you in the 13 spot. I mentioned in the beginning that I could tell you stories about certain cards that I've acquired through the years, where I got them, how much I paid for them, whatnot, some of my favorites that I'll never forget. This is one of those, and it also happens to be the second card that I mentioned earlier that is ungraded in my top 25. And that is this beauty right here. This is a 1999 Upper Deck oversized jumbo 5x7 anniversary, whatever you want to call it, box blaster of Ken Griffey Jr., his 1993 Upper Deck base card version, signed by Junior himself. The story behind this card, I actually pulled this card from a box purchased at Walmart back in 1999, and I'll be the first to tell you I have horrible luck opening, ripping packs, ripping boxes. I never hit anything. In fact, every card that you will see today have been purchased as singles, except for this one right here. In 1999, Upper Deck put out these jumbo versions of Ken Griffey Jr.'s Upper Deck base cards through the years. Every box had what was called a box topper in it. Most of the versions were just standard cards, 5x7 cards, unsigned. But Ken Griffey Jr. autographed 100 of each copy of all the way from 1989 up to 1999, his base Upper Deck cards. He signed 100 copies, and I actually pulled one. I could not believe it. I still can't believe it. This card I have valued at $300 currently. They're very hard to find comps for. In fact, I've only been able to find several on eBay. The last one that I found, I think, was his 97 version, which sold for $280, which I think is still undervalued. Let me just show you the back here. Congratulations, you've received a 10th anniversary oversized personally autographed by Ken Griffey Jr., blah, blah, blah. But yeah, sick card right there. Coming in at number 12, going back to Kobe. 1996 Fleer Metal rookie card. This one is in a PSA 9. It is currently selling for about $325 based on recent auctions. I do want to bring in one more right quick to show you. I also have this one as well. Don't know if you guys are familiar with, let me get it out, get that glare off of there. Familiar with the company HGA, the grading company. They have since dissolved. They no longer exist, but they came around back during COVID, and they offered some cheap grading costs, and I really liked their custom slabs, and I love the job they did on this one. I just love the slab. I mean, the slabs are 10 times better than the PSA. PSA, let's just talk about PSA for a second. They have the absolute worst slabs in the business. I wish the standard would get away from PSA. They're the ugliest, that little stupid red label, but for whatever reason, everybody puts a premium on PSA. Now, I'm not saying that this is valued at the same as the PSA 9, and this one I did not include in my top 25. I just wanted to bring it in and show you guys that label. Pretty sick with the oil stain to match the background of the card there. All right, enough of that. Coming in next, how about this? Another HGA slab. Speaking of HGA, now this is another Kobe Bryant rookie card from the 96 top set. Now this one was graded by HGA as well as a 9.5, and you can see they also do subgrades. It's 9.5 all the way around except for the surface. They gave it a 9.0, and that seems to be the case with most of my 96 Topps Kobe's. It's just not a popping white border. They tend to fade a little bit over time, but although I probably wouldn't be able to sell this card for $350 is what I have it valued at. but I think it's going to be somewhere in that ballpark. Coming in next at number 10, cracking the top 10 now, another Kobe Bryant rookie card. 1996 Skybox Z-Force in a mint 9. This card is currently selling for $365 based on recent sales. All right, moving inside the top 10 here. Moving in at number 9. Again, another 96 Topps Kobe Bryant rookie card. This one in a mint 9. This one here is obviously valued more than the HGA 9.5 just because it does have that PSA label on it. And that does seem to be the industry standard. This card has been taken off of lately. There's been multiple sales over the last week for over $400. This card I currently have valued at $385 on the low end, I feel like. And it's just going up by the day. Now, back during COVID, I spoke about COVID earlier, this card peaked at around $1,500. I don't know if we'll get back to that level, but it has been steadily climbing of late. You want to talk about another card in another market, Shaquille O'Neal. He's going crazy right now as well. I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but I mean, Shaq, what can you say about him? He's a 4-time champion, one of the best bigs to ever do it. His rookie cards, or his cards in general, have been undervalued in my opinion. This one's finally getting a little bit of recognition. This card here has been consistently selling for just under $400, and here of late, I've saw multiple sales within the last week at $400, and that's where I have this one valued at currently. This card back in February, you could have picked up for $140. Up next at number 7, another one of my personal favorites. A lot of you may know I am an Orioles fan. I just love the color match on this card. This is the 2013 Topps Chrome Orange Refractor. Manny Machado. It says rookie year, and this is in a gem mint 10. This card just sold back in early August on auction for $510. Now, the one prior to that, I think, was in the upper 300s. There's just not a lot of these, but I have this card currently valued at $425. Number 6, this is a classic. We talk about another card that peaked back during COVID, and it has just been steady ever since. I mean, it dropped some. It dropped a lot. I think it reached up close to $2,000 back during COVID. But after the COVID boom hit or died out, it's been steadily selling for around $500, and that's where I have this 1993 SP PSA 8 Derek Jeter rookie card valued. Moving into the top 5, getting into some of the bigger ones. Here we have the 2003 Upper Deck Phenomenal Beginning. This is the gold version. This is part of a 20-card set of LeBron James in his rookie year. This is card number 6 out of that set. And as I said earlier, the gold version, it does bring a bigger premium as opposed to the base version. And this card I currently have valued at $500. Now this one is another tricky one. I've seen a lot of these recently. I saw one out of the 20 card set, not number 6, but one recently sold on August 1st for around $900. It wasn't this exact one, but it was another one of the gold PSA 10s from this exact set. Coming in at number 4, Mike Trout once again. This is another rookie card. It's 2011 Bowman Chrome Draft. This one is in a gem mint 10. This card here is currently valued at $700. Two recent auctions back in early August, this card brought over 800, but there's also some sales in the 600s. So I'm kind of trying to take an average based off of recent sales, and we landed on 700 for this one. Down to the top three. This is one of my favorites as well. This card, you talk about a card that's just taken off. This is the 1997 Metal Universe in a PSA 8 of Mr. Kobe Bryant. This card back in February was valued at $130. Now, I just saw 3 eBay auctions that ended last week where this card sold for over $700. Kobe's market is on fire, as is Jordan's, Shaq's, countless others. But yes, pretty awesome card there. Coming in at number 2 is this Mike Trout 2011 Topps Update rookie card in a Gem Mint 10. Another card that I should have sold back over COVID. It will never get back to where it was. I think this card topped out close to $5,000 back during COVID. Today, as it stands, I'm still seeing some go for over $1,000. I have this one currently valued at $950. And last but not least, I bet you can't guess who it is. You talk about another card that has taken off. This is the 1996 Metal, Cyber Metal, Kobe Bryant in a PSA 9. Several recent sales of this card of $1,000 plus. I saw one go for last week at auction, or it was a best offer that was taken at $1,117. Back in February, you could have picked this card up for $300. So you talk about a card that's 3 times, close to 4 times in value in the last 6 months. I currently have this card valued at $1,000, and I think I'm low on that. Tell me what you guys think. So there you have it. My top 25 most valuable cards in my personal collection. I'll be the first to tell you I don't have any huge cards. There's a lot of guys out there with stuff way crazier than what I have. And this is a video that I kind of did for myself as much as anything, just something I can revisit over time. I plan to check back on this, maybe do 1 or 2 videos like this a year, just to kind of follow up and see what's happening in the market. If you enjoyed this, please throw me a like down there. If there's anything I can do to improve future videos such as this, please let me know. I always welcome any kind of suggestions. I do know I'm fairly long-winded when I get behind the camera. I always have in mind to try to make a video that's shorter than what it ends up being. It's just usually 2 or 3 times as long as I had planned. I realize this is a long one. I appreciate all of you that stuck around for the end. Like I said, let me know what you think. Share with me some of your stories. I love chit-chatting about cards. I could talk all day long about it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and catch you on the next one.